So I'm here with Seth from Comic-Con HQ.
Yep.
Yeah, talking about the new Comic-Con HQ service that goes beta in later than May on Free Comic Book Day. Yep. And I had a couple questions for him, if he doesn't mind.
Please.
Okay. So we've noticed the programming for it makes the service feel very similar to previous nerd-related channels, like G4. Were the addition of these familiar elements deliberate as to not be too jarring for nerd channel viewers?
Yeah, I mean, look, G4 was one of my favorite channels of all time, and when I even worked at Nerdist, we did a lot of stuff based off of G4. So we're taking some of the fun stuff that was on G4 and we're trying to work with it and trying to do it on, but it's really going to be our own experience. Obviously we're working with Adam Sessler and Kevin Pereira, who both were part of G4. They're going to be programming some of our content, but again, I think there's been a giant void that's been missed since G4 has been off the air, and we're hoping to be able to capture that in some ways by providing that consistent entertainment news-based program from known and curated and sources who love this audience and people trust within this audience to be able to talk about the content and everything that's happening, from gaming and science and comics to general news, and really be able to have fun on a consistent basis.
And what are your plans to be more interactive with your fans? Are there any community-based initiatives in the works, like a chat room or forum, perhaps?
Yes, those are in the works. They're not going to be ready on our site when we initially launch, but that is a big part of our platform to really engage the community. So how we really are programming it is, we know this audience likes pop culture conventions, we know they like panels, we know they like personalities, we know they like behind-the-scenes access, making of, and we know they like being part of a community. So we're taking all those 5 pillars right there and programming it out. So being part of the community is a huge thing right now. So we're working with some websites to figure out how to have the community aspect of it outside of the site, meanwhile we're actually developing the platform and the technology that people are going to be able to communicate within one another on the site. That'll hopefully come out very soon.
And talking about San Diego Comic-Con, how much will we see of CCHQ at San Diego this year? And are you going to be an element in the background collecting content, or a bit more front and center with booth or hub?
Yes, so we are going to have a space right outside of the Hilton Bayfront. We may have a spot on the floor as well, but what we're going to do is we're going to be trying to take the event, the entire event, and bring it to those who can attend, while also enhancing it for those who are there. Since there's well over 1,000 hours of content, it is virtually impossible to see everything. So we're going to be live streaming for 5 or 6 hours a day, that you'll have that content. Plus we're going to have crews all around town capturing as much as possible that may be part of the live stream or may live on demand on the site. We're not going to be live streaming any panels because we want to keep people who go there, who wait hours if not days, to be the first one to be able to experience. That's such a huge experience to be at the panel and hear it first. But we're going to be working with all the panel hosts and sponsors to take the panels once they're done and put them on our site shortly thereafter.
Now, in terms of panels, are you going to focus on the small ones, and like the smaller rooms, or the bigger rooms like Hall 8 to Ballroom 20?
Everything. So what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to provide cameras in some of the rooms that normally wouldn't have cameras, to be able to broadcast those panels out. But we're also going to have them in Hall H, and we're going to be working with the hosts there to get those out as well. The goal is to be able to provide as much content as possible to everybody, and that goes from the big, most popular to the more niche pieces of content as well.
And in terms of the programming for the service, what percentage of the programming has already been confirmed and already?
So we have a lot of it in the works right now. I would say about half of it. We haven't announced everything yet. We're going to be making some other announcements over the coming weeks and months. But we have about half to 60% of it that we know what we want to do. But we're also going to be remaining very agile because we really want to hear what the audience likes. We're going to be constantly communicating with our fans out there to know what do you like, so that we're going to be able to pivot and transform our content at any given time to really cater to the audience.
Anything else you'd like to say to our fans in the U.S., the UK, and France?
Just really, this is for you. You guys are the ones who made Comic-Con what it is today. You guys are the ones who made WonderCon what it is today. I am a fan. I've been going for years as well. So please reach out, talk to us. We want to build a channel for you that caters directly to you. And the more that we can be in constant communication, I think we'll be able to do that. And I really think that everybody's going to be very happy about it. So, look, if one person comes up to me and tells me they love the channel, I'll consider it a success. We're going to be open and transparent with anybody, so please feel free to reach out, and we'd be more than happy to listen to what you have to say and be able to respond to it.
Cool. Thank you for your time today, Seth.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, and thank your audience.
Thank you.